Good afternoon, Americans. This is your private alien and Bubba here on the afternoon of Friday, May 14th, 2021. Sitting in for Paul Harvey this afternoon. Stand by for the rest of the story. Well, the rest of the story revolves around John. John was an ingenious character. He was born in Connecticut, New York in 1873. And when he became a young man in the 1890s, he started dabbling in bicycles. So from the time he was in his teens to his mid-20s, he dabbled in bicycles. Well, in 1894, he not only dabbled in bicycles, he had a bicycle shop. And then he traded that in for the new venture that was coming up, car making. So in 1897, he became a dealer in a new car company called Overland. So he was a dealer in the cars of Overland, and in the early 1900s, the firm went nowhere, so he took the Overland and bought out Overland. Somehow he got the money. He was always leveraged, so he was just beyond debt there, just all the time. You know, he wasn't exactly a millionaire. He was well respected, though. John North. He was called John North because he was from the North. But his middle name was North. So in 1908, he bought out Overland and made it a successful car company for the next 20-some years. And he started making interesting cars with interesting features that would not be apparent till like 60, 70 years later from his time. And he kept on making cars, some good, some not so good. In 1926, he made a Whippet. And the car got some notoriety, but bad times hurt because in 1929, the crash. And a lot of companies went out of business between 1929 and the Depression era. Car companies, that is. And he was almost there. In 1935, he suffered a heart attack in May. But he survived that, only to die from a stroke in August of that year, 1935. But the people that ran this company, and he had it highly leveraged. It was kind of weird because in 1935, his company was almost languishing, almost on his deathbed. But somehow it kept on limping along, even after his death. And in 1939 and 40, there was a small little outfit called Bantam who had this little project they were working on for the military, but they couldn't mass produce it. So his company was asked by the government, along with Ford, to mass produce this after the Pearl Harbor incident of December 7, 1941. And he became a mass producer of this, not only for the government, but he also was his company was envisioning this as a savior to the company, which it was. For you see, the rest of the story for John North is that venture that his successors, after his death in 1935, did with Bantam and Ford in this company known as Willys Overland. So it was John North Willys. Willys Overland took possession. And the name, nobody knows exactly where it came from, of the new venture, but it's attributed to the Willys Corporation. Jeep came around, and with the innovations that Mr. John North Willys was working on all through his life, the Willys Corporation installed four-wheel drive on the new Jeeps. And, they had the CJ version and the MJ version for the military. The Jeeps were very rugged and powerful, and the engines was a Willys engine. And even today, the Jeep name has its essence in Willys Overland. And now, you know the rest of the story. Sitting in for Paul Harvey, this is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good day.